And today we will continue our lecture on construction of angular momentum matrices using Clebsch Gordan coefficient. This is part 2. In part 1, we have seen the matrices for J squared operator and JZ operator. Now we are going to see the JX that is matrices for Jx and Jy operator. So we know by definition the raising operator J plus is equal to Jx plus Ijy, and lowering operator J minus is equal to Jx minus Ijy. So if we add both, what will happen? That is rising operator and lowering operator. If you add both, this y component will go away. Then you will get 2jx, 2 times this jx. So we can rewrite this as jx is equal to half j plus j minus. In similar manner, if you subtract this and this, what you will get? This jx component, x component will go away. You will get plus 2i. This is ijy, minus of minus ijy is plus 2ijy, which can be rewritten as jy, which is equal to 1 over 2i uh, j plus minus j minus. That is rising operator and lowering operator. Based on this fact, we will move further. Now we will find the J plus matrix. That is J plus means rising operator. So when rising operator operate on get Jm, you will get the eigenvalue of J into J plus 1 h cross squared minus M into M plus 1 h cross squared. This we have designated as Clebsch Gordan coefficient. And also in my and here I would like to highlight two important points. When J plus operator act on this get vector Jm, it traces the state M by 1. That is, M will become M plus 1. It will not change the state of J. That is one important point. Another important point is in my previous class, Clebsch Gordan coefficient, I have explained that you have a stretched state. That is, the lowering operator operate M changes from plus j to minus j. You cannot go beyond plus m, and you cannot go below minus m. That we have seen in my previous class, Clebsch Gordan coefficient. So it cannot, m cannot go above plus j or below minus j. Uh, so you can apply what here you can see from this expression itself. When m equal to j, this will become j into j plus 1 h cross squared minus j into j plus 1 h cross squared. So this will get cancelled. It will become 0. Now what I am doing is, see here one h cross squared, here one h cross square. I am taking this h cross square outside, which will become just h cross. So and also this j into j plus 1. Since j is 1, 1 into 1 plus 1, 2. So this will be 2. So I can write this as h cross square root of 2 minus m into m plus 1. Of course, you have this j m plus 1. Now, as I said, when j is equal to m, this will become 0. That is, this coefficient will become 0. You cannot go above j. Uh, so when j is equal to m equal to j, it will become 0. You can see the first column. where 1 1 1 1 1. So JM, this is JM, where M is 1. So you cannot go above J. M cannot go above J. So this will become 0 due to its physical property, as well as using this expression, you can see it will become 0. So first column will become 0. Now I am operating with J plus for other yeah, element, other six matrix element. We will see what will happen to this. In the case of rising operator, when rising operator act on Jm, just now we have seen, it will become h cross square root of 2 minus m into m plus 1, and this get vector m plus 1 here. That you have to keep it in your mind. So here you can carefully watch this matrix element. When J plus act on 1 0, what will happen? This 0th state will become 1. M will become 1 because it will raise the level of M by 1. So here 1 1, here also 1 1. So this matrix element exists. What about this? When rising operator act on this M, because rising up operator and lowering operator will uh, affect only the M, change the state of M, not the J. So when it act on minus 1, so this will become 0. So bra and get vectors are different. Here also same is the case. This will become 1 1. Here you have 1 0. Similarly, this when you raise this level, 0 will become 1. Here minus 1. Same is the case with, already there is minus 1. When you act, it act on J plus, it will become 0. So only these two component exist. After rising operator act on this get vector, this will become 1 1. So 1 1 inner product of 1 1 with 1 1 is 1 due to orthonormal property. So only these two other element will become 0. So these two element here you can see, since the inner product is 1, uh, m equal to, here you can see 1 0. Here m is 0, so this will become 0. Here in the other case m is minus 1, so this will become 0. So only square root exists. So you will get the square root in the first row, second column, and second row, third column. You will get the square root of 2. And I have taken h cross outside. Now we will see the lowering operator J minus. When J minus act on Jm, the M state of M will reduce by 1. That is M minus 1. And also here, previous case in the rising operator, we have seen this is M plus 1. Now it is M minus 1. That two difference are there. So as usual, you take H cross squared outside. So it will become just H cross. So since J is 1, so the first term will become 2 minus this M into M minus 1, get J M minus 1. Here you can see, I have already explained the M state of M cannot go beyond minus J. That means minus J here is minus 1, because J value is plus 1. Um, uh, minus J minus j is sorry, minus 1 is minus j, so minus j. So m value cannot go below minus j, that means below minus 1. So when this operator act on the mth state, it cannot go below 1 minus 1, so this will become 0. Not only that, if you substitute minus 1 here, what will happen? um, minus 1 will become minus 2 here, or minus 1, this will become minus of minus 2 will become plus 2. So here one minus already one here is plus 2 minus 2. uh, 2 plus 2 minus 2 will become 0. So this third column will become 0. This third column will become 0. What will happen to other six matrix element, we will see now. So we have seen when lowering operator operate on get jm, you will get h cross square root of 2. This 2 comes because j is equal to 1 minus m into m minus 1. The get j m minus 1. Here one, it reduces one state. Now you see this element. What will happen to this? M is 1, 1 becomes 0. Here it is 1, 1, here 1, 1, 1 0. So naturally orthonormal property, this will become 0. Similarly, what about this? This 0, M0 will become minus 1. Here 1, 1, here 1 minus 1. This also will become 0 due to orthonormal property. Uh, then this one, when j is equal to j minus act on m, so this will become minus 1. So here 1 0 in your, here 1 0, here 1 minus 1. So this also will go to 0 due to orthonormal property. Here when this act on lowering operator act on this m1, this will become 0. Here 1 minus 1, here 1 0. So this also will go to 0 due to orthonormal property. So only existing term is this one, which I have shown in red color. When lowering operator act on m1, it will become 0. So 1 0 1 0. Similarly here, when m j lowering operator act on m, that is here m is 0, so this will become minus 1. Here 1 minus 1, here 1 minus 1. So only these two term exist. So if you apply this value m equal to 1, means 1 minus 1 0, this second term will become 0. Here m equal to 0, so this will become 0. Only h cross square root 2 exists. So I have taken h cross, and square root 2 I kept inside. Square root 2, here one square root 2, and here square root 2. That is second row first column, second column second row. So these two only exist. So j minus is equal to h cross 0 0 square root 2 0 0 0 square root 2 0. Now we will find the Jx matrix. We have seen already Jx is equal to 1 over 2 J plus J minus. This is J plus matrix, and this is J minus matrix. So if you add these two, you will get here also one H cross, here also one H cross. Of H cross, these two element, square root of 2, square root of 2, these two element comes here. Similarly, these two element comes here. Outside there is a 2, so you can take square root 2 outside the matrix. So square root 2 divided by 2 is equal to 1 over square root 2. So h cross uh, over square root 2, this all this element will become 1. So this become 1, and these two become 1. This is the Jx matrix. Similarly, we can find Jy matrix. Already we have seen Jy is equal to 1 over 2i j plus minus j minus. So this matrix minus this one. So here already there is a H cross I have taken out, and 2i, this 2i comes here in the denominator. Then this minus this. So I have made it minus square root 2 minus square root 2. Now what I am going to do is I will multiply and divide by I. So this will become I squared, which is minus 1. In the numerator you have I. Now what I am going to do is I am going to bring this minus I inside the matrices. So this 1 will become minus I, and this one also will become minus I. This minus one will become plus I, and this minus one also will become plus I. So JY matrix is H cross over square root of 2, 0, minus I, 0, I, 0, minus I, 0, I, 0. So these are the angular momentum matrices. Just now we have derived Jx is equal to H cross over square root of 2, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0. Jy is equal to H cross over square root of 2, 0, minus I, 0, I, 0, minus I, 0, I, 0. Similarly, J's that we have seen H cross into 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, minus 1. Similarly, say J squared, 2 H cross squared, then the diagonal element are 1, all other elements are 0. These are the four matrices we have seen for J is equal to 1. We can similarly find the matrices for J is equal to 3 by 2. J equal to 3 by 2 means 2J plus 1. What will happen to 2J plus 1? You will have a 2J plus 1 into 2J plus 1 matrices. So 2J plus 1 is J. Since J is equal to 3 by 2, you will get 2 into 3 by 2 will become 3 plus 1. 3 plus 1, 4. So in the case of J equal to 3 by 2, you will get 4 by 4 matrix. It will goes on similar. Uh, Similarly, it will goes on. So if J is equal to 2, then you will get 2, 2, 4 plus 1, 5 into 5 matrix element. It will go like that. So this is the method of constructing angular momentum matrices.